Hello again, and welcome back to the Eyes of Ode Gaming channel. Today we have another episode as we follow along the adventures of Darach and Skyrim. I think we're on episode 16. I think. So last episode we had gone up to see the Greybeards, and really, I find that's kind of the kickoff for the main quest, for the main campaign. That's really where it starts. I guess you do have some other stuff. The dragon fight at the Western Watchtower, finding the Dragonstone, that sort of thing. But it's not quite the same. Once you go see the Greybeards, that's really where it kicks off. But today, we are hoping to travel to Whiterun. We're going to follow this other pathway that heads through Helgen. This isn't really a way that I go often or ever. I'm not sure. I think I've gone this way once or twice. In all of my Skyrim playing, which is quite extensive. I've played a lot of Skyrim, so if there's a road that I've only ever walked once, that's uncommon. But it does happen occasionally. It's funny because I can play Skyrim even today. You know, I started playing, would have been around 12 o'clock midnight on the release day. I was waiting outside. I remember it was pretty cold. I was waiting outside of the store where I was picking it up. And I have continued to play Skyrim, you know, not every day, but occasionally, like, you know, I can go some months without picking it up, but I always end up going back to it because it's just such an amazing game. You know, and that was, I guess, almost 10 years ago. Anyway, what I was getting to was that even after all these years, I can still go back to Skyrim and find things that I've never seen before, which is amazing. It just shows how big this game actually is. So I have come to the alchemist's shack here before. Maybe get rid of some of these ingredients. We still have some unknowns. I don't actually have all this memorized. I just I like to just, even the ones that, you know, it's unlikely that they're gonna make a potion, I usually just try them together just to unlock their what effects, I guess they're called, or attributes, and just because, you know, it's fun to do that trial and error. So I've come here before, but I've never seen the rabbit here. I assume that's part of a creation club. I didn't mean to pick that up. I think I have a pets creation club. Tamed rabbit. I guess I could be reading this. Well, if you want to read that, just go back and pause it there. Sniffing out ingredients. Thistle. Huh. There we go. So it's right there. If anybody's wondering where the alchemist's shack is, just in this back road that heads to Helgen. And if you do have, I'll have to look up what the creation club that is. So to give it a carrot. I think it's some sort of pets creation club. Okay, so it looks like you can actually send the rabbit to your home or to a city. That's interesting. I always take that butterfly. I don't know why. Thought that the jars there were just interesting with the butterfly and stuff. So you can actually give it... Okay. You can actually give it items. I guess you could use it as a... almost like a delivery or a courier service. You know, if you're over encumbered. Just give it a few items and send it to a city. Or send it home, I guess. Say you pick up some materials that you're going to want at your home. You can just pass those off and send it home. But we're just going to send it away. I'm not really... I don't know. To me, a rabbit following you around is a little lore breaking, but... not really. Unless it's the rabbit from Monty Python. I feel that the adventuring life would be a little too much for it. Okay, something killed that wolf. And another wolf. Okay, so what is... Is there another spider maybe? I would imagine there's got to be something. Bear. Do bears attack wolves in Skyrim? I don't know if the animals actually fight. I've seen when spiders or I think saber-tooth cats. Well, I've seen spiders attack wolves, but I haven't. I don't think I've seen something like a cat or a wolf or something attacking anything other than like a goat or a rabbit, like prey animals. But I've seen a bear fight a dragon, but not a bear and a wolf. Sounds like a Joe Rogan thing. Who would win between a wolf and a bear? I don't know. I guess it's usually gorillas or chimps that he talks about. Well, this is kind of cool. Or that's probably from a mod, actually, that lamppost. Thought it added a nice little touch to this road behind a mountain. Or through mountains, I guess. It kind of bisects the two. What is this? Is this no, that's a cave, I think. On my compass here. First I thought that was those mountain passageway. Oh, what's going on? Bandit? Or someone? Wasn't Faendal. Is that friendly? Oh yeah, I think this is part of a quest, if I remember correctly. So we're gonna just avoid this cave for now. Any goodies? Where the heck did that arrow come from? It must have been coming from... not that way, because it's pointed... weird. Well, I guess we'll see. Maybe we'll run into something. Oh, this is our rabbit. Yeah, there's Thistle. Just marching along, hopping along. No, who's this? Usually enemies aren't on horseback. Oh, a hunter.
Good afternoon. Take a look.
Maybe it was a hunter that killed it. Although you'd think he'd collect his pelts or something. It's probably not programmed in. Would make more sense though.
See ya.
Kind of reminds me of Oblivion with the legionnaires that you'd find. I always thought that was kind of cool. You'd just be out in the forest or the plains or something, and there'd be a random legionnaire on horseback, and then they'd go hunting or whatever they needed. Really gave it that feel that it was like a legionnaire posted as like almost like a ranger or something. Okay, Stormcloak camp. Oh, look at that.
If you know any true
Got that
sons and
Stormcloak
daughters
mod.
of Skyrim, tell them
That
to head
armor.
to Winterhold.
And those
Stormcloak
shields,
wants to
everything.
see them.
So much better than vanilla. Oh man. Makes so much more sense too.
Next
Why didn't they
Imperial
go
I see
the Viking
is dead.
route?
What do you need?
Just makes sense. You have like the Norsemen versus the Romans, right? Well, I guess if you wanted to have a real historical kind of analogy, you would almost go with a Gaulish. If anyone is a history, someone who's interested in history, you could have Gaul would have been like modern day France, and there was I don't know, I get that they're kind of going with that sort of concept in Skyrim with the Empire versus the Stormcloaks. It's almost like a
What can I do?
Julius Caesar versus Vercingetorix type
What do you want me
story.
to carry?
I guess it could be an Arminius thing, but I feel like the other sort of is a better comparison for some reason. Although Arminius is German, so maybe that makes more sense, but Anyway, enough of the history rant. This is not a history channel. This is a gaming channel. Maybe I should make a history channel as well. Probably not. I think they get a lot of, even more than I do of everyone knows more than they do. I do get some of that, but it's not too bad. I don't mind. If people want to correct me or... You know, some people like to tell me everything I'm doing wrong. It's fine. Honestly, I usually just keep on scrolling. Well, unless it's constructive criticism.
Lead on.
Especially when I was... Well, I'd say I'm still fairly new at this, but my first few videos there, I got some good constructive criticism about the audio. Just different audio levels of things. And I believe I have since improved, maybe not perfect, but keep trying. Although I still get constructive criticism about the same videos. Even though I've since made changes, but I guess those videos are still up, and if you, if that's your first contact with my channel, that's what you're gonna see. Oh, there he comes. Faendal. You know, I was going to replace Faendal, but it just hasn't come up yet. It looks like Helgen. That's cool. This is almost a better way to go. Well, not as scenic, I would say. But if you're looking to do a quick travel between this side of the map, like Riverwood, that sort of thing, over to Iverstead and Riften, that sort of thing, that's a nice quick way. Aside from fast traveling, of course, but yeah, if you prefer to avoid fast traveling. We got some bandits. Who've taken over Helgen. I feel like that is such a missed opportunity in this game. They should have done a... Oh, what's going on there? They should have done a rebuild Helgen. Just in the game, like as an actual game mechanic. Apparently you can get mods for it, but from what I have read, they are not the most stable of mods. And the only one that I had available that I've seen, it just rebuilds the town. So you would need to activate it after
I've got your back.
the main quest, like your intro tutorial kind of. Otherwise, it's gonna cause problems, right? And the problem with that is I refuse to download mods that I have to activate during a playthrough, because those tend to break the game. Because anytime you insert a mod into your mod list, like your load order, if it's mid playthrough, it always seems to break things.
Let me know if there's anything else.
So I do not recommend any mods that say activate this after reaching this point in the game. Unfortunately, as fun as some of those mods might sound, you're really just asking for problems and trouble if you go for that. And another dead bandit. Ooh, what we should do is raise a zombie. Gotta make sure and work on our conjuration. Oh man. I also refuse to do things like what a lot of people do. Here's a trick if you want to really game the game and kill the soul of it. If you want to level up your conjuration, probably everybody knows this by now, but you can just kill a bandit, kill anyone really, and then just keep casting like a soul trap spell. And that'll raise your conjuration. However, I personally find that completely kills the spirit of the game. Any of those artificial leveling schemes that people do, I don't know. If you want to do them and that's fun for you, you know, do you. But to me, I just shake my head. Like, what's the point? Like, I could see if you're playing a game online against real people, you know, people will do anything, you know, all's fair in love and war in video games, I guess. So people will do whatever they can to get an edge, and I get that. But if you're playing a game solo, offline, what's the point? Like, especially a game like this. The whole point is, at least for me, is the immersion of it and playing out the story and role playing and you know that sort of concept, right? So if you just break the game by doing these ridiculous, even like those ridiculous enchantment things that give you weapons that do 5 billion damage or whatever, like what's the point? You just walk around and hit everything once and it just collapses. Hit a dragon once and it dies. What's the point? How is that fun? I don't know. I could see it being fun for 5 minutes. And then it would get old very quick. I remember when I was young, I used to play, what was it? A strategy game of some kind. We'll use this to interrupt him. I think he's an archer up there. Sounds like it. Hopefully my familiar will interrupt him. Yeah, so I used to play these strategy games, and I remember I used to maybe not cheat, but I'd use glitches or things like that. Like if I was doing really poorly. And then I would just lose interest and stop playing, because it's like, well, what's the point? You know, if you find these mechanics that break the game and you use them, it's just boring. Or like the even in Oblivion, and I think there's one in Skyrim, but I don't even know what it is. Like duplication glitches and things like that. Oh, this is where it all started. Right here. Now, where's the... I guess this is the tower that you're... or that one. That one's probably the tower. that you're looking up or in the background. I assume this is the executioner, who is now dead. Irony. What was I saying? Oblivion, the duplication glitches. You know, I never got those. What's the point? You duplicate stuff and then you just sell it and you're multi-billionaire. But what's the point? You've broken the game. That's why I never got into things like speedrunning. I tried speedrunning for a while, but like some of the platformer type games, but you know, people, in order to do it, you need to just use every artificial kind of exploit. I have no interest in playing games that way. Beautiful skylines. Alright, so we're almost there to Riverwood, which is probably the next big stop along the journey. Then from Riverwood we head on to Whiterun, where we have a couple quests to kind of hand in there. Make some extra cash. I would really like to have a home, though. Somewhere that I can store stuff. Because this is getting ridiculous. Can't pick anything up. Too full of junk. Yeah, so there's Helgen and Iverstead. Whiterun's that way. Okay. We'll save some of our lantern fuel. I think it was a beehive up there. Riverwood. It's so funny because apparently Riverwood was like the last place that they made. I watched, so when I got Skyrim originally, I stood outside and I got the special collector's edition, whatever, came with the Alduin on the word wall and all that kind of stuff and some extra goodies, and there was a DVD in there. And I remember watching that, and Todd Howard was on there. And he said that they worked backwards, and Riverwood, which is, you know, one of the first places you come across, was one of the very last things that they did in the game. And when he talks about it, he sounds so proud of the fact that, you know, your first impression is this perfectly sculpted experience. And because they were much more experienced and knew what they were doing by that point. But my thinking was always, well, it's kind of a terrible way to put it, right? Because you're saying that you're kind of admitting that the game has so many flaws in it, and the reason, and it'll look really good. Like, the best thing is right in the beginning, and then the rest of it is just going to go downhill from there. You know, which, you know, I love Skyrim, and even though some of the towns aren't as fleshed out as, like, some of the smaller ones are not as fleshed out and interesting as Riverwood, but okay, let's see. So we want, what, it'd be 9 in the morning, 7:30. 6:30. Should be a good time. Yeah, so even though some of the towns aren't as fleshed out as Riverwood, it doesn't really bother me, but it's just kind of just a funny aside, I thought. Okay, what are we gonna do? Stamina. We're using a bow a lot, so makes sense. That's annoying. I just slept.
I'm right behind you. It's the least I can do.
No salt piles. How? Where are we gonna cook breakfast then?
You lead, I'll follow.
Let's see if we've got anything that we can mix together. No. Nothing. Huh. Even those need salt pile. Okay. Oh. Something. Oh no, a dragon. Yeah, exactly. Come on. Oh boy, this is gonna be tough. The saber cats are messing me up, so I think a dragon is really gonna be a challenge here. I really hate when the dragons kill NPCs. Maybe that's a goofy thing, but not even just dragons, but anything. Like even when the vampire attacks happen and they kill NPCs in towns, really bothers me. To be fair, it is immersive and gives you a customized experience, because maybe in one playthrough this particular NPC dies, and then in the next one they might survive. Maybe that town doesn't get attacked. But regardless of that, it still pisses me off. We're actually doing a lot better than I thought we would be. I figured I would have gotten killed by this thing. But I have been avoiding pretty well. Avoiding direct confrontation and keeping my health up. Landed. Put a couple more arrows into him. See if we can get that finish. Oh no. Faendal, or maybe the unnamed guard, took away my glory. Jeez, I did not expect to beat that dragon. Wow. I really expected him to kill me. Oh, it looks like the mod Fashions of the Fourth Era is back up on Bethesda.net. If anyone is interested, I do have a video. It's not very good. It's one of the first videos I ever made. Oh no. but I do have a video
Lead on.
which shows a few different things on that mod. Ever since I made that video, I've been planning to remake it, and I just have never gotten around to it. Because then I started with multiple other projects. I've got, I guess three different Let's Plays going right now. Obviously this Skyrim one here. I have Walking Among Decay, which is State of Decay 2. And I've also got Wolfenstein, which is about to wrap up here.
It's good to see you again. Blades, helmets, pretty much
So
anything to
those
suit
plus
your needs.
the other videos like the game reviews, that sort of thing, really takes up a lot of my video making time. And so I just never went back and redid that video. But I will at some point. Actually, I changed my mind and I wasn't going to because they had removed it. But it looks like it's back up now. So might be a good idea to revisit that. I'm not sure why it was taken down before, but...
Thank you. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
Yeah, it sucks to do that, but I can't carry it all. That's really getting me a lot of
All right.
a lot of money. That's great. Not stealing. Oh, probably because I brought that dragon claw back.
You and me, we're the only people
Now we're
around who
friends.
aren't complete fools.
Try to make up some food here.
We don't sell any imports from Somerset Isle, do we, Lucan?
I'm afraid not.
Well, I was thinking we should. We could stock all kinds of specialty items. You know, cater to some of our more eclectic customers.
Wonder why it made double.
Camilla, really? You don't have better things to do?
Weird.
Got your back.
It's like doubling the food that I'm getting.
Certainly.
Okay, okay. Just trying to make this place a little less boring.
Let's get going then.
Yeah, it looks like just about everything is doubled. The soup, stew, chops. Leg of goat is at 4. That's so weird. Cooked corn is not. What is going on here?
What can I get for you? Sure thing.
I wonder if that's like some kind of a mod glitch or something. Oh no. I did it again. Food poisoning. That's the second time now I've done that in this playthrough. I think the first time was mud crab legs. I accidentally ate.
Let's get going then.
You'd think that they'd have like a like a vomiting animation or something. So now we will continue, head back to Whiterun. I might have to call the episode sometime around there once we get there. We'll see.
Only a fool lets himself get surrounded. Can I help you? It's the least I can do. Let me know if you need anything.
Oh, so now we're going to have to probably use that shrine in order to get rid of the food poisoning, which really sucks. I think that's expensive. It's got to be at least 100 gold. It's probably still cheaper than trying to buy Cure Disease. I don't even know if Cure Disease would fix that. Such a nice looking storm. Really like those true storms. How they just sort of slowly creep in. You just look at how much it obscures your ability to see. It's pretty cool. Maybe we can sell some stuff.
Take a look.
Yeah, we'll check this out here. What's he got? Yeah, we should just get rid of that. I don't need it. I'd rather use my the spell. Prefer to get my conjuration skills up. We really don't need multiple robes, eh?
May your road lead you to
Here we go, finally at Whiterun. So we can hand in some of those quests, and we'll have to seek out that that shrine. Go pray to Talos, get rid of this food poisoning. Oh, there's the rabbit. thistle. So it's right at the entrance. Okay, well that's good to know. Maybe I should get Breeze home. I think it's kind of expensive. Alright, trying to get rid of some of these quests in here. $100 gold, yeah. Well, could be worse. No more food poisoning. That's what we wanted. Okay, so we want to do the letter. I don't know about that Drunken Huntsman one, though. Okay, so we'll head into the temple here.
Welcome, child. This is the Temple of Kinnareth. The Gildegreen outside was planted as a seedling in the early years of Whiterun. Disciples of Kinnareth could sense something holy in it, and traveled far to hear the winds of the goddess in its branches. Of course, not as many pilgrims these days. To the east of here is a hidden grove where the Eldergleam resides. It's the oldest living thing in Skyrim, maybe all of Tamriel. Our tree here in the city was grown from a cutting of that
Oh
tree.
no.
You can still
I think I'm
hear
gonna
the
end up with
glory of the
another
mother
quest.
tree through it.
Get rid of a
Even
quest
its
and get a
name is
quest.
an echo. I've thought about that. Trees like this never really die, they only slumber. I think if we had some of the sap from the parent tree, we could wake up its child. But even if you could get to the Eldergleam, you couldn't tap it. Not with any normal metal. Eldergleam is older than metal, from a time before men or elves. To even affect it, you have to tap into the old magic. You'll have to deal with the hag ravens. I've heard about the weapon they've made for sacrificing Spriggans. It's called Nettlebane.
Yeah, I think I
The hags
remember
terrify
this.
me, or I would have gone after it myself. Your spirit is strong. Kinnareth's winds will guide your path. It's held in a hagraven nest called Orphan Rock. So, have you got a Nettlebane back from those
How could I have it?
ravens yet?
I haven't left yet.
Yorik's sister? Poor child. Magic runs deep in that family's bloodline. It's not always a blessing. Thank you for this. Something for your
40
trouble.
gold. Wow. I feel like this is the only temple where I've seen
May Kinnareth's winds blow
priests actually doing anything. They're healing the people. I don't think they actually heal anyone in the other temples. Now we have the other quest here, which is, as far as I know, part of a mod. Actually, I'm positive it's part of a mod. Which is to go and meet with, I think he's a merchant. This is part of a mod which alters some of the conjuration skill line. So I hope this doesn't mess anything up. We'll go and see. Oh, okay. We have a fight. Skeletons. Shouldn't be too tough. Oh, or not. Maybe it will be tough. Getting attacked from behind. Faendal just destroyed everything there. Well, good job. Hey, so he's in here.
Yes? Take a look.
Mysterious merchant. Yeah, so it gives you that, which is nice. But we aren't going to buy that right now. Not yet. Just gives you a little bit more, what would you say? Some freedom, versatility over your reanimation skills there. This guy will probably buy everything because he's probably, yeah, he can't be affected by those mods because they don't know what he is. I would imagine.
Till next time.
We'll just leave him there. We'll remember he's there. Okay. What else was there? It's that drunken huntsman, but I think we might not do that. Because I think that's for a Creation Club armor that I'm not too keen on at the moment. Yeah, let's just double check. Poppin' Way Shrines, yes. Yeah. I think we'll wait for that. So many quests. Okay, so the plan is to go and do our Poppin' Way Shrines and also to get the horn so that we can go ahead and continue on the main campaign, the main storyline. The one big problem is we are really running out of space. So maybe we'll go get that house first. Hey? Might be the best option. Where is that? Hendraheim. Yeah. Then we have a house, which would be good. Some storage. And it's on the way. So we can stop there. And then just continue on afterwards and head up to Volskigi. Or the other one, I can't remember. There's also the, for the horn. I don't think that's at Volskigi. Yeah. But we'll go get the house first. That way we can do storage and yeah, just have like a home base that we can expand out of. It's good to have at least one home. I plan to get a couple. Probably one of the like the houses you build. Hearthfire, I think it's called. I haven't decided which one I would like to go for. Usually I go for the one near Falkreath. Just because it's a nice visually nice area. The other one that I like is by Morthal, because it's sort of in the middle of the map, and there's no other really good houses around. I guess you have Solitude, but who wants to be so fancy and live in Solitude, eh? We're adventurers, not merchants or nobles. We're not the patrician class, we'll say. Some elves.
You're interfering with official Thalmor business.
Oh, I have no interest in Thalmor business at the moment. Yeah, really just having a nice house. And I've never actually gotten Hindraheim, so it'll be cool to go and investigate it. Go and see what that's all about. And it's a neat area. Like, I always thought this was a pretty cool area. It's so weird because they have, in this game, it feels like there's very small zones. Like Whiterun, the city, or town, whatever you want to call it, is a popular zone where there's a lot going on. But as soon as you leave Whiterun, there isn't really anything going on. Like, it's not, it's just the wilderness or whatever. And there's really nothing, nothing involved, right? Like, you hear about Rorikstead, but what reason is there to go to Rorikstead? There isn't really, so. Free... what? What is an Elytra nymph? Is that like a Morrowind thing? Jeez, I can't even remember. I played Morrowind a long time ago. Okay. It feels familiar from that, but I can't place it. I think we might, we're gonna leave this on a bit of a cliffhanger here. So if you're interested in seeing what the Elytra nymph is, or how the rescue of it goes, make sure to tune in to the next Darach Adventures in Skyrim. And I'll just leave you with a brief look at my latest review. Definitely check that out if you are interested. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching today. Please consider liking and subscribing if you were entertained. And until next time, take care.